Namaste, a very warm welcome to this practice. Find a comfortable space, lengthen the spine, close the eyes, and just bring the awareness directly towards the breath. As the body breathes in, just generate a quality of aspiration and positivity towards the practice. And as the body breathes out and releases, you too can let go of any obstacles in the body-mind which inhibit in some way your true and utter peace. With the next in-breath, you can lift the arms above the head. And breathing out, we can sing the mantra Om towards the heart. Om. Repeat. Breathe in. Rest the hands once again on the knees and just take a moment to feel the subtle vibration of the voice of the mantra resounding in the whole of the body. Good. So we're going to begin the practice directly on our hands and our knees. So you may like to place a blanket under the knees to be a little bit more comfortable. Separate the hands to the distance of the shoulders. The knees are separate to the same distance as the hips. As you breathe in round the back, feeling the space that you acquire between the shoulder blades. As you breathe out, arch the back, lifting the head. Breathe in, opening the space of the upper chest. Breathe out round the back. Breathe in, bringing more space in towards the dorsal spine. Breathe out, arch the back. Breathe out, concentrating on the upper chest. Breathe out, rounding the back. Breathe in, concentrating on the space between the shoulder blades. Breathe out, arching the spine. One more round, breathing into the upper chest. Breathe out, rounding the back. Breathing into the space between the shoulder blades. And breathing out, coming into a neutral space. Keep your eyes closed, and from here just initiate some very spontaneous movements. Coordinate with the breath, but now you can just move at your own rhythm, exploring and awakening the spine in your own unique way, bringing a quality of flexibility, of smoothness, And you can visualize the spine as a snake, just to acquire this quality of smoothness, of mobility, and at the same time of strength. Good. Come back towards your center, and you can sit back onto your heels, place the palms upwards on your lap. Keep the eyes closed and just be aware of the sensations which arise from the whole of the back. Observe the quality of your breath and just honoring the energy that begins to expand from the central column towards the extremities. Good. So we're going to continue going back to the same posture, the hands and the knees on the ground. And you can join your knees now. As you breathe in, lift the left leg upwards, separating the foot from the floor. And as you breathe out, draw the knee towards the chest, lowering the head also. Breathing in, stretching the leg back, lifting up the head, and breathing in, drawing everything in towards the chest. Continue and find your own rhythm. You can keep it slow if that's good for you, or you can go a little bit faster. With the next in-breath, keep the legs stretched outwards. And as you breathe in, lower the foot. Swivel the foot so the whole of the sole of the foot is touching the ground. Activate your belly as you lift the left arm up towards the sky. If you're steady there, you can lift the leg up again. Let's take a couple of breaths there. Lower the foot if it's up to touch the ground. Turn the arm within the shoulder joint so that the hand faces towards the head. And on the out breath, lower the arm towards the head, stretching out the whole of the left side. So take a couple more breaths here. Lowering the left hand down towards the ground, swivel the foot, bring the knees together, sit back onto your knees, onto your heels, rest the hands on the lap, eyes closed, take a good breath, and be very aware of the sensations that arise on the left side of the body. And you can just compare with the other side that we haven't worked in the same way, which also allows us to see the preference of our system. Good, let's repeat on the other side. Place the hands on the ground, the knees together. Breathe in, stretching the right leg back, lifting the foot off the ground. And as you breathe in, drawing everything in towards the chest. Continue and find your own rhythm. Breathing in as the leg stretches back. Breathing out as you bring everything in towards the central line. Breathing in, keep the legs stretched outwards. Place the toes on the ground. And from here you can swivel the right foot so the sole is touching the ground, and breathe in, lifting the arm up towards the sky. You can keep the foot on the ground, or you can adjust slightly as to be able to lift up the left leg. The abdomen is active. Take some breaths. Lower the foot once again. Turn the whole of the arm within the shoulder joint so that the hand points towards the head. And as you breathe out, lengthen the whole of the right side of the body, bringing the right arm towards the head, looking for the parallel line with the floor. Take some good breaths, feeling this great opening in the whole of the right side. And very slowly you can release. Sitting back onto your heels once again, palms facing upwards. With your eyes closed, take a breath and cultivate awareness of the effects in the body, especially this activation in the right side. Good. So you can bring the hands down once again. Maybe for this you don't need your blanket, so you can place it to one side. And you can tuck your toes underneath. As you find this space, you can engage the abdomen, rounding the lower back slightly. Feel the activation in your abdomen. And as you breathe out, lift the knees slightly off the ground. Push from the hands to bring the chest towards the knees. From here, begin to stretch slightly the legs. The heels are still upwards. If you don't stretch your legs completely, it doesn't matter. And from here, swivel your thighs inwards before you start lowering gradually the heels without forcing. And let's go back in the same way, lifting up the heels first, bending your knees, moving with the chest slightly forward, placing the knees on the ground, sitting back, dropping the forehead down to the ground. Take a breath. Let's repeat again. Breathing into your hands and your knees. Breathing out, bringing the abdomen in and lifting the knees very slightly off the ground. Moving with the chest towards the legs. Beginning to stretch the legs, turning the thighs inwards. Even if you don't manage to straighten your legs completely. Lowering the heels. Take a breath in your final pose. And then once again breathe in, lifting the knees. Bending the knees in towards the chest. Moving the weight forward. Lowering the knees. Sitting back. Forehead towards the ground. The arms can come to the sides now. Breathe out through the mouth. Just release. Good. Lifting up. Take a moment just to reflect and feel the sensations that arise in the body. Good. So you can stand up now and just feel after that preparation how you are as you stand. What the relation with the ground that you have between the feet and the ground. And this lengthening of the spine, just feeling the very spontaneous recognition of the posture after doing these subtle movements to activate. And we're going to release any tension that there is in the shoulders. So you can begin to shake out the shoulders, breathing generously. Reducing the speed of the movement until you stop quite organically. The eyes are closed unless there's any dizziness. And really be aware of this sensation that as you release tension, the subtle body can expand. Good. And we're going to continue shaking to release, but we're specifically going to concentrate on the abdominal area, working with Agni Sara Kriya. So in this particular exercise, we're going to adopt this position where we are putting all of our weight onto our knees. Breathe out, emptying the lungs completely. Without breathing in, you can begin to mobilize the abdomen, which moves inwards and outwards, as if you were shaking out a blanket to get rid of any dust. When you need to breathe in, relax the belly completely. Breathe in through the nose. Sustain the breath for a few seconds, concentrating on the abdominal area, bringing some energy into this space. And then get ready for the next round. Breathe out through the mouth, release. Steady yourself onto your knees and mobilize the abdomen. In, out, shaking the belly. As you need to breathe in, relax the abdomen. Breathe in through the nose. Sustain the breath inwards, relax the belly, feel the energy pouring into the belly. And let's do one more round. Breathe out through the mouth. Without breathing in, shake the belly in and out. When you need to, relax the belly, breathe in through the nose. Sustain the breath inwards. Concentrate in Manipur, in the area of the navel. And when you need to breathe out, just come back to a standing position. Be aware of the effects of this exercise, which is translated as the purification thanks to the subtle essence of fire. So you can feel this heating quality in the abdomen and also this quality of combustion. And it's this fire, this sacred inner fire, which also destroys our impurities. Let's keep on concentrating on this area of the body. Separate the legs. And in this base posture, just make sure you're not arching the spine, that you can bring the pelvis slightly forward, activating the belly, directing the coccyx down towards the ground. And you can interlace your fingers, invert the posture and bring the arms above the head, really stretching up. As you breathe out, lower towards the right side, breathing in the center, breathing out towards the other side without forcing, just bringing a little bit more flexibility into the waist area. Keep your abdomen activated, lengthening the lower spine, finding your own speed. And once you've completed this round, as you breathe out, bring the arms towards the height of the shoulders. And you can turn the right foot out, the left foot slightly inwards. Take another breath, opening from the center of the chest. And as you breathe out, lengthen the right arm, bringing that right hand down towards the leg. Breathing in, lifting the arm above the head. And with this lifting, just really grow out of the body. Brings energy in from the sky through the left hand, from the earth through both of the feet, and nurturing the left side of the body, the left side of the abdomen. Be aware of the breath. With the next in-breath, lift the arms. With the next out-breath, lengthen and bend the right knee. And you can look beyond the right hand towards the space in front, cultivating this quality of determination, of vision. And this inner strength can rise up through from the abdomen towards the heart and expanding through the arms and through the hands. Lower now the left hand towards the left leg. Turn the palm of the right hand upwards and lift the hand up towards the sky. Connect your attention with the cosmic power of the universe, making this also your ally. Breathing in, stretching the front leg, the arms at the shoulder height, lowering the arms, swivel your foot forward, and collect your feet coming back in towards the center. Take a moment to relax while sustaining this upright position. And just welcome the energy that floods into the body. Receiving in this way the gifts which are a response to your effort. And just be very aware of the space in the body where you feel this activation. And I invite you to place one hand on the abdomen and the other on the heart space. Just so you can really generate this connection between these two energy centers, so that the power and the strength is also accompanied by a sensation of care and of loving compassion. Good. Let's practice this on the other side so you can separate the legs once again. As we've already warmed up the waist area, we can go directly into our triangle pose. Breathe in, lift up the arms. And you can swivel the left foot out. The right foot follows a little bit. Lengthen the spine before you start and also stretch out the arms even more towards the sides. As you breathe out, lengthen the left arm, bringing the hand down towards the shin. Lifting up the right arm up towards the sky. And you can just turn the right thigh slightly inward and press the back foot down into the ground. At the same time, lifting up the right arm and opening up the right side of the body. As you sustain the posture, breathe and just draw in energy, telluric energy through the feet up towards the right side of the belly. The cosmic flow which descends through the right hand, also finding its way towards the right side of the belly. Concentrating the energy and cultivating this quality of strength, of inner strength, and of direction. As you breathe in, lift up the arms once again. Breathing out, bending the front leg. And feeling now how this power and this energy can rise from the abdominal space up towards the heart, where it separates and extends through towards the hands. And your gaze is very much one-pointed. And it's this determination, this vision, and this clarity which will bring you towards your objectives. Good. Lower the right arm, turn the palm of the hand upwards and lift the arm up towards the sky. Raising your awareness to also honor the invisible power which accompanies you. Honoring that which is greater than your own strength, so that you are accompanied. Good. Breathe in, gently, consciously coming out of the pose. Bringing the feet towards one another. And as you return to your upright pose, close the eyes and be aware of the effects. And you can feel which is arising in the left and the right sides of the body. And once again, bring your hands towards these two energy centers. As you calmly bring and draw the energy from the outwards and concentrating it in towards these centers, honoring your strength, and at the same time cultivating this quality of care, of self-care, of self-recognition. Good. So you can come down now towards the floor, lie down on your back, and for the next exercise you can use a block or even a cushion. But before anticipating the next proposal, just take a moment to relax the whole of the body. Relaxing out the spine. And just melting in towards the ground. Honor this space of relax, knowing and understanding that it is in this space of not doing, in this space of conscious releasing, that there can be a process of restoring, of nurturing and assimilating. Be aware of the breath in the abdominal area. And we're going to continue working with the abdominal space. So you can place the feet on the ground and just be aware of the posture, the contact between the sacrum and the ground. And you can just lift the pelvis slightly, bringing the lumbar area in towards the ground, recognizing the subtle activation of the abdomen there. Place the support that you have between your knees and just squeeze the support and release 2 or 3 times, being aware not only of the activation of the inner thighs, but also bringing the awareness into the activation of the belly. Good. So now you can lift the knees slightly off the ground, lengthening out the lower spine. And there you will also feel the activation of the abdomen. Place the hands behind your head and keep the neck supported. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, squeeze from the abdomen, lifting the chest upwards, making sure that you're not pulling on the neck. As you breathe in, lower down. Let's repeat. Breathe out. Use the abdominal strength to lift you up. Breathing in, lowering the head. Let's do a few more rounds. Be very aware of the action of the belly. But in no moment you are pushing the head forward. Once more. Lower the feet, take a breath. Breathe out through the mouth. So we're going to continue with some lateral movements. Separate the feet once again, lowering the spine in towards the ground. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lift up but twist, bringing the left shoulder towards the right knee. Breathe in, coming back down. Breathing out, moving towards the other side. Continue, but once again, resist the tendency to push the head forward. Really feeling that you're working from the abdomen. That's enough. You can lie down, place the feet on the ground, remove your support, stretching out the legs, palms facing upwards. Release the air through the mouth. And just be aware of the sensations that arise in the abdomen. Being aware that as you cultivate physical strength, you're also cultivating mental strength. Good. Roll over onto one side. Come back up into a sitting position on your knees. And once again, you might like to place a blanket under your knees. Good. Come up onto the knees with the feet supporting you. And you can place your hands on the lower back. If it's comfortable for you, you can push the pelvis slightly forward, lifting the chest up towards the sky and drawing the shoulders and the elbows closer in towards each other. Keep your neck long with your chin lowered towards the chest. And be aware of the breath in the abdomen. As you breathe out, draw the navel in towards the spine. Let's speed up the breath in the abdomen. Breathe in, lifting the arms up above the head. Joining the palms, sustaining the breath inwards. And as you breathe out, place the right hand on the navel, the left hand on top. Sit down and bring the forehead down towards the ground. The hands deepen into the abdominal space. And as you breathe and release, be aware of the pulse in the belly. Good. So we're going to repeat this a couple more times. If your lumbar area is sensitive, you can either do this position sitting, just concentrating on the breath work, or you can sustain it but really not pushing the hips forward. So just be aware of what your body needs and adapt the practice accordingly. So once again, we're going to draw the elbows towards each other, the pelvis comes forward, lifting the sternum, and just really feel as this fiery breath is not only activating the abdomen, but it's just cleansing the lungs at the same time. So deepen the breath in the abdominal area, drawing the belly inwards as you breathe out. Breathe in, lifting up. Sustaining the breath inwards. And when you need to breathe out, placing the palms over the navel and bending forward. Coming back up and just releasing the hands, taking a moment to be aware. And if this has moved a lot of energy for you and you're feeling that the effects are quite intense, maybe you'd like to just relax during the final round. Don't push yourself too far, especially if you're not experienced in this stronger breath work. Yeah, good. Those of you who'd like to do the final round can join me, displacing the weight slightly forward, opening up the front of the body, generating an abdominal breath, using the navel as the piston which is moving the energy inside. Breathing in, lifting up, lengthening the lower back, sustaining the breath inside. And as you release, bringing the hands in towards the abdomen, leaning forward, releasing the back, concentrating the attention into the pulse that beats within the belly. Good. Slowly come up, just be aware of the effects, integrating in a very calm and conscious way. And just to avoid any overheating in this particular fiery and quite powerful exercise, you can just come into a seated posture. And we'll just do a few cooling breaths just to calm the system and help us with this intention to purify and re-establish this inner strength in a very centered way and balanced way. So I just invite you to breathe in through the mouth, bringing some fresh air down in towards the belly. And you can do this just by sucking in the air as if it was through a straw. Or if you can roll your tongue, which only some of us can do, then you can draw in the fresh air through the tongue, very slowly absorbing the air in towards the belly. And as you breathe out, we're going to release the hot air through the nose, just cooling the system. So we can just practice a few rounds of this. As you breathe in, draw the energy and the air in through the mouth. The belly expands, and just hold the breath inwards. The belly is fully expanded. Feeling that this cool, watery energy is just calming and integrating your system. And breathe out when you need the hot air through the nose. Repeat. Draw all of the air you can through your mouth very slowly. You can even swallow slightly at the end to seal the throat and keep the energy inside. And just move this watery, fresh, cooling energy into the abdomen and the pelvis. And releasing the hot air through the nose. You can just do a couple more breaths at your own pace. And once you've finished this practice, just turn the palms of the hands upwards and join the thumb with the index fingers. And just be aware of this gentle balance between the fiery energy and the watery energy. Just establishing this inner balance. And just feel the energy in the abdominal section. And just recognize this quality of centering. There can be this strength and at the same time this calm collection. Good. So you can prepare yourself for the final relaxation. If you want to, you can use a support, like the bolster, for example. And if you feel that you need to relax the lower back, then you can place the support underneath your knees, just to relax the lumbar spine in this way. Yeah? And if you would prefer, as an alternative, to maintain this dorsal space more open and concentrate in this kind of more opening of the heart, you can also place the support just underneath the shoulder area. With the palms upwards. Just opening up the solar plexus and the diaphragm area. So according to the specific needs that you have in this moment, you can choose where to place your support. But of course, if you prefer to practice Shavasana without any supports, then please go ahead. And if you feel that the temperature of the body is dropping, then please cover yourself with a blanket. Find a very comfortable position, given that this is the moment of surrender. And as you notice the body relaxing, become aware of the breath. And in the same way that the body releases the air as it breathes out, you also can release all tension in the body with each out-breath. Just releasing and merging the body in towards the earth. Good. Bring the attention specifically towards the abdomen. And notice this very spontaneous rising and falling. And instead of considering this rising and falling as a linear movement, allow yourself to perceive the breath in a very circular way, feeling that the breath circles within the space of the body, that the rising in-breath merges with the descending outward breath, and that the out-breath merges with the appearance of the in-breath, forming a perfect circle which moves within the space of the body. And this circular calming motion, this continuous, unbroken cycle is also giving this quality of roundness and harmony to the mind. So that we can see that there is this very intimate connection between the quality of breath and the quality of mind. As the breath shapes the mind also shapes the body and the breath. And beyond this, beyond the breath, beyond the space in the body, and beyond the mind, is the silent witness of the consciousness that presides, observes, but holds no opinions. So as the breath continues in its constant cycle through the body, and the mind continues to move with the breath, the all-pervading consciousness, this omnipresent consciousness that simply is. Comes into the forefront, connecting you with your deepest essence. Submerging awareness into silence. And the invitation is to integrate consciousness in the mind, in the breath, in the space, in the body. Bringing the awareness once again into the belly. Deepening the breath and being aware of the whole of the body once again. Embodying consciousness. Embodying grace. Embodying peace. And once you can feel the whole body, you can begin to move delicately the fingers and the toes. Rolling over to one side. And ever so gently and slowly coming back up to a sitting position and sustaining the eyes closed. Delicately tasting this present moment, sustaining the attention and receiving the fruits of the practice. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Namaste. Love and blessings to you all. Thank you so much.